Hello everyone, this is Deepika Patel and welcome to the school quiz class. Okay, so let's start our today's class and let's see. So in the previous classes we have discussed the environment topic like lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere. Okay, and we have also discussed the biotic and abiotic components. Okay, so today we will going to discuss the producers, consumers and decomposers. So a lot of students have confusion in this topic like what is the primary consumers, what is the secondary consumers, okay, what is the tertiary consumers, what is herbivores, what is carnivores, what is omnivores, what are parasites. Okay, so all these terms we will see one by one, and this is this will create a base for you to understand the ecosystem topic, because if I ask a student to just differentiate the environment and ecosystem one by one, so he might have a confusion with them. Okay, so after learning these classes, you will easily differentiate the what is the environment, what is ecosystem, and what is ecology. Okay, so let's start our today's class and let's see. So we will discuss today producers. So before discussing producers, just let me ask you a question and you will pause the video and just think what are the organism, or which which organisms create their own food. Okay, yes, the plants and some certain bacteria. Okay, so they prepare their own food, they do not depend on others for food. Okay, so all those organisms, all those organisms which prepare their own food, prepare their own food, and they do not depend on others. They do not depend on others is under the producers. Okay, or called, or that is called the producers. Okay, so these are the producers. So so tell me, how can they prepare their food? How can they prepare their own food? Yes, by the photosynthesis process. Okay, okay. So by the photosynthesis process, and in the photosynthesis process, what will happen? What will happen? That in the presence of sunlight and taking the chlorophyll pigment, they just form the compounds, organic compounds like starch or sugar from the inorganic substance. Okay, from inorganic substance. Okay, so what is the inorganic substance here? The sunlight. Okay, sunlight. So plant use sunlight, no? Plant use sunlight for prepare their own food. Okay, so sunlight, chlorophyll, these are the inorganic substance. And what are the organic compounds are formed? They starch, sugar. Okay, so you can see how plants prepare their own food, and in the producers you can see example of plants, certain bacteria, or you can also see the example of algae. Okay, so algae is under the category of plant and animals both, but we will not go there. So our topic is producers, so you can write the examples of plants and algae. Okay, So these are the producers. I hope you can understand. The simple meaning of the producers is which prepare their own food. Okay. Next we have consumers. Now you might have a questions like human being under is which category? Okay. They are producers or they are consumers or they are decomposers. So human beings are the consumers. Why? Because we prepare own food, but we depend the food substance of others. Like you might be thinking like we prepare then own food in our kitchens. So why we are under the category of consumers? Because we depend on others for food. Let's take an example. Like if we use vegetables. Okay, we make vegetables at home. We make um, our food, but those are the cereals like wheat or rice which we prepared in our kitchen, and vegetables, fruits, where they come from? They come they come from the basically the plants. Okay, plants gives us plants gives us vegetables and fruits. Okay, so we are directly or indirectly depending on the plant for food. Okay, we some human being also the non-veg, so they eat like uh, co- uh, they eat like chicken. Okay, so they they depend on others for food. Okay, whether it is non-veg, whether it is veg. Veg is coming from the plants. Okay, and non-veg is coming from the living beings. Okay, living beings in the animal category. Okay, so the definition of the consumers will be the definition of the consumer will be all those organisms which cannot prepare their own food, their own food, and depend on others, and depend on others. Okay, so they are the consumers. And we take an example of like hen ho gaya, hen. Okay, like tortoise, fish, lion, human being. These are the examples. Okay, so they can be vegetarian or non-vegetarian, and it is also called the herbivores or carnivores. Okay, so we will see in our next slide or next class what is herbivores or carnivores. Okay, so it is clear from there. So consumers have different type of categories, and we will see in our next class or next slide. Okay, so what is decomposers then? We have seen till here like what is producers, what is consumers. So let me ask you a question, that if you see a body, if you see a dead animal in a ground. Okay, so after some time their body get vanished. Okay, so how it is happened? This is happening because of the decomposers. Why? Because they feed on them. Okay, so they feed on dead material, dead substance or material. Okay, okay, so what are they doing? Like they are converting the complex organic compounds into the inorganic substance. Like a human body or the animal bodies, they are what is they are? They are the organic compounds. Okay, they have the carbon, so they convert the they simply break down the break down complex organic compounds into inorganic compounds or substance. Okay. So so tell me where a dead animal body goes. Those dead bodies are converted into the soil, which are the inorganic substance, and soil is get mixed into the earth or the upper layer of the earth. Okay, and it is used as a nutrition by plants. Okay, it is used. So basically you can also write here that they simply break down the complex organic compounds into inorganic substance, or they gives us the they gives the environment the nutrition. They, or you can say, sorry, you can say they break down the dead materials into nutrition. Okay, so where this nutrition is used, this nutrition is used by plants because plants are grow in the soil. Okay, so plants, this nutrition is used by plants. Okay, so that's how the chain is going the continuous, because producers are eaten by the consumers and consumers are eaten by the decomposers. So this is the chain. This will create a chain. Okay, so in our next class we will see all those topics like herbivores, carnivores, parasites, omnivores. Okay, and primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers. Okay, and we will clear all those topics. Okay, so thank you for watching, thank you for joining the class. Keep learning, keep watching, and thank you again. Okay.